So exactly what would I do with $1,000? Now, when I got my first $1,000, I think I was in college and I was really into Dave Ramsey, which he has the 7 baby steps. And the first baby step is actually to save $1,000. Now, Dave Ramsey didn't say to put this $1,000 into your IRA or into your Roth IRA or into your brokerage account or even into your 401k. Dave Ramsey said to put this first $1,000 into your savings account. And this first $1,000 is basically an emergency fund. Now, you might not think that $1,000 covers a lot, but the fact is that 60% of Americans don't even have $1,000 in their account. So saving $1,000 literally puts you ahead of 60% of Americans. It literally puts you in that 40% just by having $1,000 in your savings account and actually being able to keep that $1,000 in your savings account. If I had $1,000 or when I had my first $1,000, I saved it. I didn't invest it. I didn't put in some meme coin. I didn't, buy some trip or buy some clothes or even buy a car. I didn't buy that. Literally, I saved it. I used it as an emergency fund. And like I said before, you may think that saving $1,000 is not a lot, but $1,000 can get you a lot of things. $1,000 can get your car fixed. I just fixed my car for about $1,400, so just a little bit more. But there's a lot of fixes that you can do for $1,000 to get your car going and to make sure that it's good to go. $1,000 can get your tires fixed if you have a flat tire or if you have to get your car towed to a mechanic or whatever. $1,000 can help pay for that tow to get there. Maybe 1 month you don't have your full payment for a credit card, or maybe 1 month you don't have your full payment for your mortgage. You can pair that $1,000 up with the money that you have in your account. So for example, we did this recently, how to get our car fixed, and we have a car fund. So we put a certain amount of money in our car fund. We basically deplete the car fund. That car fund didn't pay for the whole car, but at least it was money that we put aside for it. And then we had money in our savings account and we could pair that up together and we pay for our car that way. $1,000 can be a great safety net, and I don't feel like a lot of people think that. People say, have a month of your income. But if you're not even used to saving, or if you're not even able to save, how can you save for a month worth of income? You have to start with baby steps. It has to be slow growth. So just start with saving $500. And then before you know, you'll be able to save that first $1,000, put it in a high yield savings account that's separate from your main checkings account, so you're not tempted to pull it for any odd random reason. And you actually may want to invest this, but I'm telling you guys, you want to have some kind of emergency fund, especially when you're starting out. Your expenses are not going to be that high, so your emergencies won't be that high. So $1,000 should definitely cover whatever emergency you have going on. So try not to invest this money. Literally use this money as a savings account. And I'm not even going to get into all the baby steps. Maybe in another video I can talk about the baby steps. But in this video, we're just talking about this $1,000 and what I would do with it, what you should do with it. And I say that you should save it. And that's what I would do. Now, if you're past this emergency fund stage, no, I'm not even going to talk about the baby steps, because the baby steps wouldn't even go into this after the $1,000 phase. But if you didn't want to save your $1,000, if you was like, I want to invest my $1,000, what would I do? If I had $1,000, I don't think I would put the whole $1,000 into my investments. I would probably put about $500 into my savings, and I'll probably put about $500 into the S&P 500, which is a collection of the top 500 companies in the US. You really can't go wrong by investing into the S&P 500. It has historically given returns at about a rate of 7 to 10%. So if you're investing, $500, let me run the math real quick, because I have this investment calculator on my phone, which I love this investment calculator. So let's say you start with 0. And sorry, I might sound a little congested, but I am getting over a sickness. But I still have to come out here and drop some gems for you guys on these videos. So say you start with $500. Say you're able to invest $500 a month into your investment account. We're not even talking about this $1,000 anymore. We're talking about being able to invest $500 into your account. Say you do this for 5 years. Let's say it's at a 9% rate of return. You're gonna have just about $40,000 in your investment account just by investing $500 a month. Let's say for 15 years, you're gonna have $189,000 in your investment account just by investing that a month. If you're actually able to invest $1,000, you're gonna have about $400,000 in your investment account within 15 years. So that's just a little side note on what I would do if you actually wanted to invest this $1,000 and not save the whole thing for an emergency fund. You can split it in half. You can go 500 to an ETF index fund or whatever you want to put it in. I would recommend that you put it in something like VOO or FXAIX, which are funds that track the S&P 500. Like I said, the top 500 companies in the US. 7 to 10% rate of return, you cannot go wrong with that. Or you can break it down even more. You can put some of that money into a Roth IRA, get that started. But this year in 2025, I believe that the max you can put into a Roth IRA is $7,000. Or you can put it into some kind of book, some kind of education, and maybe you can grow that money by learning whatever you're learning from that book or from that course maybe. But be careful when you go with these courses, because a lot of these courses do not really work in your favor. That's something else that you can do with that $1,000. But first, I would say that you save it. This is your emergency fund. Good job. You saved $1,000 maybe for the first time. Put it in a high yield savings account. It's not going to grow much at all because it's just $1,000. It's a start to your financial future. It's a start to growing those saving habits and really getting better with your money. It's really not about saving $1,000. It's about building discipline and flexing those financial muscles. Once you get into this saving mentality, you're going to start seeing your finances change for the better. And this is something that, you know, it didn't take me too long. Once I saved my first $1,000, I was on point. I was ready to start investing. I was ready to start really getting my financial future together. And I'm glad that I started saving at a young age. I'm glad I started saving in college and I started to build that muscle. It has definitely benefited me as I almost crossed into my 30s. I'm now 28, about to turn 29 in March. And this financial muscle has really been flexed, has really been working. And it's all because, I swear it's all because, partly because of my wife, because she had $10,000 in college. And I'll get into that another time, but she had $10,000 in college. I was like, what the heck? How do you even do that? And I found out about Dave Ramsey, saved my first $1,000. And ever since then, I've been a saver. But I also want to make sure that I'm living life in the moment. You know, I don't want to be just saving all my money and investing all my money and not living your life right now. So let me know what you guys think about this video. And like I said, that's what I would do. But what would you do with $1,000? Or what did you do with your first $1,000? For me personally, I saved it from my emergency fund. So when I had anything that broken down, because I had a car when I was younger. You know, I had a little car, I have a car now. But when I was younger, I had my little 1997 Infiniti. And if something were to break down, I wanted to make sure that I have money in my savings account to pay for it. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if you did, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.